In a distinctive setting such as this, you'll probably find one car and one car alone, a Lincoln. For Lincoln makes America's most distinctive car. Here, for instance, is the beautiful new 1949 Lincoln Cosmopolitan Sports Sedan, truly the last word in luxury. Windows that go up and down at the touch of a finger for your convenience. Soft foam rubber cushioned seats that adjust automatically for your comfort. You know at once that this is a car that's just right for you, a car to make your own. Remember, whether you choose the new 1949 Lincoln Cosmopolitan Sports Sedan, the stunning 1949 Lincoln Cosmopolitan Convertible, or the wonderful 1949 Lincoln six-passenger coupe. In fact, any of the great new 1949 Lincolns, you can be sure that yours is a distinctive choice. So see your Lincoln dealer soon and accept his cordial invitation to inspect these magnificent new Lincoln cars. Remember, Lincoln makes America's most distinctive car. For good looks and good going, it's the beautiful new 1949 Mercury. Mercury is the car that gives you performance plus in any situation at any time. Smoother going over those rough backcountry roads. Velvet smooth start. And now, more and more luggage space for those vacation and weekend trips this summer. A handsome, compact instrument panel that places controls right at your fingertips. Soft foam rubber seat cushions are your invitation to the many happy motoring days ahead. And they will be happy days, for nothing has been overlooked to make the road-proven new 1949 Mercury your perfect highway companion. It's the car that Mercury owners all over the country call the smoothest, liveliest, best value car they've ever driven. And it is. Get the full story on Mercury's many advantages from your Mercury dealer, and you'll know why we say, make your next car Mercury.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the show, and I do want you to visit your Lincoln and Mercury dealer to tell them about it. How did you enjoy the show so far? You had a good time?
You'll find your dealer's number on your classified phone. And when you call, be sure to ask for the full story on these two great 1949 automobiles, the 1949 Mercury, the 1949 Lincoln.
It's out of this world. Take a look at the new Ford for 1950. It's 50 ways new. And listen to the new Ford engine, quiet as a whisper. Quietness means quality. That midship ride is like floating on air. Ford's the one fine car in the low-price field. New fashion car styling. Take the wheel of a new Ford and feel the difference. Ford's famous lifeguard body has been made even stronger than ever. And Ford gives you more hip and shoulder room than any car in its class. Note the colorful new instrument panel. Feel those new sponge rubber front seat cushions. Only Ford in its field gives you a smooth 100 horsepower V8 engine, or the most advanced 6 in the industry if you prefer. It's a fine car at a low price. Yes, the new Ford's out of this world in quality. That's why there's a Ford in your future, with a future built in.
Good evening, everyone. This is Rex Marshall, welcoming you on behalf of the nearly 3,000 Kaiser Frazer dealers from coast to coast. You know, friends, it is a fact that the Henry J is America's #1 buy. It's #1 for economy, and I'm here to tell you that it's #1 for ruggedness, too. Now, as an example of that ruggedness, I'd like you to take a look at these two pieces of body steel right here. You'll notice that they're both the same heavy gauge of steel. Well, sir, this piece here is from the Henry J. Now, just take a look at this one over here. Same heavy gauge of steel, and yet it comes from the body of a car costing $1,000 more. So you see, that illustrates how the Henry J is built to the same rugged standards as the most expensive cars. And that's why you'll enjoy years and years of dependable, trouble-free driving. Why, that Henry J is designed and engineered to stand up under the roughest punishment. Even this concrete pretzel bender Can't twist the body or throw it out of line. The Henry J's doors fit smoothly. Not a bolt out of line, not a joint out of kilter. Yes, sir, it's been proven on the testing ground, proven on the road. The Henry J is America's #1 buy. And incidentally, I want to point out to you that with just an average trade-in, you can own the Henry J for as little as $34 a month. And what's more, you can drive it for only a penny a mile for gasoline. So don't wait, will you? Pay a visit to your Kaiser Frazer dealer tomorrow and drive the amazing Henry J for yourself. And hi, Rex Marshall again. You know, I think I'd kind of rather be alone than spend any time with that Anita. Nice young lady to avoid. But right now, I'd like to introduce you to a couple of young ladies I know you'd like to meet. Doesn't that make a pretty picture, though? The only trouble is, there's something missing from that picture. Say, I know what it is. It's me. Excuse me, Jones. I invited these two beautiful young ladies down here this evening to help me show you something special about the beautiful Kaiser. Namely, its roominess. Now, this is what they call the lounge comfort seat. Nice, isn't it? You see, there's plenty of room to spare because the seat is over 5 feet wide, and it extends across the entire interior width of the car. Now, what's more, this rear seat is curved, so the three big people like myself enjoy more hip room, more shoulder room. Yes, the big, beautiful Kaiser is designed to give you a more comfortable, relaxing ride hour after hour. Yes, it lets you take even long trips without feeling cramped up and worn out. So you see, the Kaiser gives you extra roominess all around. And you know that extra roominess means extra value for your car dollar. Say, speaking of extra value, I want to remind you that even though the prices of 14 other makes of automobiles have already been raised, so far Kaiser Frazer has not yet raised its prices. So don't wait, will you? Visit your Kaiser Frazer dealer tomorrow for sure. And now, back to Ellery Queen. That wasn't it. You know, friends, when you buy a car, naturally you want one that's been proven in actual use. So I know that you'll be interested in learning that over 600,000 Kaiser Frazer-built cars are in use on the road today. And what's more, they've made the equivalent of more than 7 million trips across the United States. So that's pretty good proof, isn't it? Well, you be sure and pay a visit to your Kaiser Frazer dealer tomorrow, and then I know you'll agree with me when I say you can count on Kaiser Frazer for value. Good night.
This is the new 1951 Nash Air Flyte, built the same way as the modern airliner and streamlined train. Specially designed for greater strength, greater safety, and the smoothest, quietest drive you ever enjoyed, thanks to exclusive Nash Air Flyte construction. In a Nash Air Flyte, you'll see the world through an undivided sky-wide windshield and enjoy the comfort of Nash's exclusive Weather Eye conditioned air system. There's legroom galore and hydromatic drive if you desire it. A spill-proof storage drawer instead of a cluttered glove compartment. And there's economy that's amazing in a car so big and luxurious. So before you decide, take an Air Flyte ride in the world's most modern car, the 1951 Nash Air Flyte.
Just as when you're looking for more driving enjoyment, the choice is obviously Chevrolet. No other car in Chevrolet's field gives you the extra beauty and quality of Body by Fisher, with its graceful flowing lines. The extra visibility of safety plate glass all around. With Easy Eye safety plate glass optional at extra cost. The extra smooth performance of Center Poise Power, with its remarkable freedom from engine vibration and power impulses. More to enjoy, of course, but less to pay, too. Because with these and many other big car extras, Chevrolet is the lowest priced line in its field. See your Chevrolet dealer and drive the one car that gives you so much more for less. Chevrolet, the only fine car priced so low.
You can tell a man from Texas, 'cause he's full of Texas pride. He drives a Dodge that's king size with the Texan branded on its side. His Dodge has push-button driving, 230 horse V8.
It's got Dodge suntan styling.
It's the prettiest car in any state.
You can tell a man from Texas, 'cause he's full of Texas pride. He drives a Dodge that's king size with the Texan
branded on its side.
Yes, it's the Texan, the Dodge Texan, sold only in the Lone Star State. See it at your Dodge dealers now. This road between Buffalo and New York City has been in use for many, many years. But today they're pulling these two cities closer together with a new road, the New York State Thruway. They're picking up the bars now, moving at 300 yards. They're slicing hills, filling in valleys. They're changing the face of the earth to build a superhighway that will cut hours off the trucking time between the two cities. And trucking time saved is money earned. Speeding completion of the Thruway is this new Ford F-800 dump, one of the fleet owned by H.D. Moore of Windham, New York. And here's what the man on the job thinks of the new Ford truck. Meet Harry Wink. This new Ford truck really has. And that means I save time and the boss saves money. My run begins with a load of about 10 tons of crushed rock. And then on, the trip is all uphill. The new synchro-silent transmission in this Ford truck means I can shift fast and easy, and I don't have to double clutch. And I save time because that new engine's loaded with power. The kind of power I need to cover the rough country we're working. I know this new Ford F-800 gets jobs done fast because I've been making more trips every day. And that new cab is real comfy. I put in a good 8 hours a day at the wheel, so it makes a big difference. Even my wife could drive this just as well as me. And she only weighs 110 pounds. Only the all-new Ford trucks have the driverized cab to cut driver fatigue. You save time and money. See the new Ford economy trucks at your Ford dealer.
Here at Quantico, Virginia, world-famous Marine Corps training base, a flying boxcar shows why the Marines always get there first with the best. Down the ramp comes a new 1953 Ford F-100 pickup, bound for a rigid series of tests to prove that, like the Marines themselves, Ford economy trucks get jobs done fast. First up is Quantico's new driver safety course. Equipped with a fully automatic transmission, Automatic, this Ford pickup saves time through more and faster getaway power than ordinary hand-shift transmission. It's as easy to handle as a baby carriage, thanks to Ford's new setback front axle for shorter turning, greater maneuverability. Next, the Marines put the pickup to work. Here in the desolate Guadalcanal section, the driver must be prepared for anything. Ford's new one-piece curved windshield means greater visibility, added safety. Just one of the many new features in Ford's new driverized cab. For the kind of power you need anywhere, Ford and only Ford offers a choice of V8 or 6 power. To save time, to save money, to get jobs done fast, see the all-new Ford economy trucks for $53 at your Ford dealers.
Your Oldsmobile dealer now presents Famous Hollywood Personalities with Oldsmobile's Lucille and Johnny.
It's the hottest number on the highway.
It's the 88
The Oldsmobile 88.
with the famous rocket engine, new hydromatic drive, and futuramic styling. And this one has Mel Torme.
Mel Torme?
Well, hello.
Hello, Mel.
Hi.
How do you like the 88?
Oh, gee, I think it's so...
Sing it, Mel.
What a thrill to take the wheel of a rocket Oldsmobile. In performance, it's a star. It's a rocket engine car. Hydromatic drive is new. Futuramic styling, too. Yes, the going's great in an 88. It's a driver's dream come true.
Well, Mel Torme is certainly sold on the Rocket 88. Thrilled to the power of the rocket engine, the smoothness of Oldsmobile's new hydromatic, the smartness of futuramic design. Why don't you drive the 88 at your Oldsmobile dealers?
Well, folks, it's nice to be back. It really is. And while I'm sure you've been seeing lots of Buicks on the highways this summer, I'd like to show you one on your screen tonight forever. And here it is, the most exciting, eye-catching example of Buick's striking new styling, the panoramic windshield. Even in a year when everything about a Buick is new, this basic change in windshield design still stands as Buick's greatest departure from the past. To appreciate this, folks, please realize that in the whole history of automobile design, there have been only 2 other changes in windshields. The first cars had no windshields, you know, so first they put them on as an extra, straight up and down, just like you see right here. Then, about 20 years ago, came the second change, and they introduced slanted windshields like this. You'll notice that on this one, the side pillars or corner posts sloped forward like this, which obviously reduced visibility. Now, they stayed with this design for about, 20 years. And they stayed with this one for about 20 years. And just as the old straight up and down style gave way to the slanting windshield, that's this one over here. Well, this one is going to give away to this one as fast as the rest of the automobile industry can make the change. So take a look at the style of tomorrow, which you can get on a Buick today. And what does that mean to you? It means that this 1954 Buick will be in style next year and for years to come. And you can get this styling in the future on this Buick Special, the lowest priced car in the market with a panoramic windshield. In fact, this Buick Special 2-door, 6-passenger sedan is a beautiful buy, a tremendous value for a flock of reasons. There's the brilliant, performing, brand-new V8 engine. There's Buick big car room. There's real luxury-laden comfort in its deep, soft seats, upholstered, mind you, in nylon. And, of course, this Special, like all Buicks, gives you the famed $1 million ride. Actually, it's a little hard to believe that you can get so much for the low price that you'll find right here. Yes, folks, when you take a look at this tag, be prepared for a pleasant surprise. You'll find the price on this Special, and I mean the local delivered price, excluding optional equipment and local taxes, if any, but including delivery to your TV station city. You'll find this price actually lower than some models of the so-called low price. I ask you, friends, with values like these, is it any wonder that Buick moved into 3rd place or that Buick strengthens its new standing each month? But try this Buick yourself. Thrill to its wide-view panoramic windshield. Sample great performance. And ask your Buick dealer about the big 3-way bonus you get by buying a Buick right now. See him tomorrow.
The men who designed this had fun. And the builders and the testers had fun. And while it's never going to take the place of the family car, I, for one, am going to have a lot of fun owning it. Now, this could never have happened unless the world's largest manufacturer of automobiles had put its tremendous resources back of the job of designing and building a sports car to uphold American leadership in every field of transportation. They built her to handle like an angel, with every ounce of weight right where it belongs for perfect balance, clean and sleek and efficient looking, and light and strong. They kept the cockpit simple and practical. For the power plant, they started with the finest valve and head engine. Some extra special features of higher compression, triple side draft carburetors, and dual exhaust give her 160 horsepower. Naturally, the automatic transmission quadrant's on the floor. That's in keeping with sports car tradition. In addition to the speedometer, there's a tachometer to measure engine revolutions. They call her Corvette, and she belongs to the highway just for the sheer and simple joy of driving, for the open road and the country byway, for Mr. and Mrs. America in a carefree mood. Boy, what a car.
This is the California desert, a real desert of deep, loose sand, treacherous, soft shoulders, blistering heat. And this is a lovely 1954 DeSoto automatic on the desert road. Now watch. We're driving this DeSoto automatic out into the sand. In an ordinary car, it would be almost impossible to move or steer in this type of sand. Watch this, though. The world's newest and finest fully automatic transmission, Powerflyte transmission, lets the DeSoto automatic accelerate smoothly, steadily, evenly with great power even here. And steering is simple, even through heavy, treacherous sand, with DeSoto full-time power steering. The power steering that works for you all the time makes turning the steering wheel as easy as dialing a phone. There are hundreds of reasons why this lovely 1954 DeSoto deserves the name automatic. Reasons you should discover for yourself. Go to your DeSoto Plymouth dealer soon. See and drive the beautiful, stylish, distinctive 1954 DeSoto automatic. It's available in two full series, the mighty 170 horsepower Fire Dome 8 and the brilliant Powermaster 6. Convince yourself that this year, DeSoto puts you ahead automatically. So many people have gone to their DeSoto Plymouth dealer for a good used car and said, Groucho sent me, that your DeSoto Plymouth dealer is doing something extra for Groucho's fans. He's taken the best used car bargains he has and put this sticker on the windshield, marking the car a Groucho Special. These Groucho Specials are unusually good cars, especially priced to make them the hottest values in town. You see, the overwhelming popularity of the 1954 DeSoto means that your DeSoto Plymouth dealer has obtained some really great used cars in trade. Many of them are late-model, one-owner cars. The very best will be the ones he selects as Groucho Specials. So don't miss out on this great opportunity. Tomorrow, first thing, go to your DeSoto Plymouth dealers and look for the used cars with this sticker, the Groucho Special sticker, sign of a used car that's a really outstanding buy. There may be one that's just the car you've been looking for.
Oh, the big news this year's DeSoto with Powerflyte shipped.
Just the turn of a key and you're ready to go. No clutch and no shifting, automatic, you know.
Automatic DeSoto has more power
and beauty that shines like a star.
For the thrill of a ride that will fill you with pride, drive DeSoto automatic.
Yes, drive a new DeSoto automatic equipped with Powerflyte, America's finest fully automatic transmission. You'll find driving is easier and far less tiring because DeSoto's fully automatic Powerflyte transmission was designed to carry out your sudden orders quickly, smoothly, quietly. So, for a new driving thrill, drive a new DeSoto automatic with Powerflyte. And if it's power you're looking for, get behind the wheel of a DeSoto Fire Dome. The mighty Fire Dome 170 horsepower V8 engine gives you all the power you can possibly use at the touch of a toe, ready to perform the instant you call on it. Visit your DeSoto Plymouth dealer tomorrow and treat yourself to the beauty and luxury of a new DeSoto automatic. Available in two great series, the mighty 170 horsepower Fire Dome 8 and the superb Powermaster 6. Remember, DeSoto puts you ahead automatically.
It's the response to the new 1954 Lincoln at dealer showrooms all over the nation. People viewing this new 1954 Lincoln are showing unusual interest in this latest version of Lincoln, the one fine car designed for modern living. A big reason for this enthusiasm is Lincoln's fresh new beauty, reflected in this new grille and hood ensemble, emphasizing its lower, wider, functional beauty. Chrome trim is used carefully, and most important, sparingly, just enough to accentuate the long, low silhouette of the car itself. New style notes include a completely new rear bumper, plus an entirely new taillight assembly with backup lights built in. Those who have seen the new 1954 Lincoln for the first time showed a great deal of enthusiasm for the totally new interior patterns designed to reflect modern living as you find it in the modern home. Fabrics range from a silver thread nylon frisé through other nylons and broadcloths to the finest grade of leathers in just about any colors one could name. But perhaps the greatest excitement of all was shown by those people who took the new Lincoln out on the road. For this year, Lincoln owners will experience a new driving thrill with Lincoln's improved engine. This overhead valve V8 now incorporates a new type 4-barrel carburetor that provides still more responsive power when you need it.
Other mechanical changes in the new 1954 Lincoln include larger brakes for an even greater degree of safety. Lincoln dealers everywhere are extending a cordial invitation to stop in and drive either the new 1954 Lincoln or the Lincoln Capri, the one fine car designed for modern living, completely powered for modern driving.
It's the Buick Show. It's the Berle Show. It's the Buick Berle Show. Presented by your Buick dealers.
How I love to ride my Buick, with my love sitting by my side. Pretty girl and shiny Buick, there's a fellow with so much pride.
With Milton's guest stars Peter Lawford, Carol Channing, and Maria Riva.
Oh, I know that very soon we'll take a honeymoon, my Buick. I love it.
Where are you going on your vacation?
What is it?
I said, where are you going on your vacation?
Oh, I don't know. I just get my car and drive around.
Well, that's always good.
Sure.
What kind of a car do you drive?
Will you repeat that for the West Coast, please?
Say, what kind of car do you drive?
Well, let me tell you something, Mr. Lawford. I mean, henceforth you will be known as Mr. Law Buick, not Mr. Lawford. I happen to drive the best car on the road. Oh, how I love to drive my Buick with my sweetheart sitting by my side.
That's right, Milton. Sing it out. And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, especially you ladies. Tonight we have some exceptionally timely advice for you about this business of buying an automobile. It's timely because these are bargain days right now at your Buick dealers. And when it comes to picking bargains, as every husband knows, it's the woman of the house who's the keenest shopper. So I'm going to disqualify myself as a bargain expert tonight in favor of a lady who has just been shopping the automobile showrooms, Mrs. Jan Sherwood. Now, Mrs. Sherwood, would you mind telling our audience how many different automobile showrooms you visited this week?
Altogether, Mr. Hayworth, I shopped the showrooms of 12 different makes of cars.
12. And were they all in the Buick's price class?
Well, now, that depends on what you mean by Buick's price class. I found, for instance, that some cars among the so-called low-price 3 actually cost more than some Buicks. And that's just one of several surprising facts that I'm afraid most folks who are shopping for car bargains don't realize about Buick.
Oh, well, why don't you take it from here and let our audience in on them all, huh?
Thank you, Mr. Hayworth. And I think I'll take that Buick Special over there as a typical Buick bargain. Now, if I were going to pick the bargain of bargains of all 12 cars I shopped this week, it would certainly be this beautiful big Buick sedan. And I found that this Buick delivered for appreciably less than several models of the low-price 3, despite the fact that it gives you so much more car. Specifically, as my notes show, this Buick has from 15 to 30 more horsepower. More room inside, front and rear. And here's what my notes say about the demonstration ride I took in each of them. Frankly, there just isn't any comparison. And I wish I had time to show you my notes on all the cars that I compared with Buick. It really makes you wonder, how can Buick give you so much for so little?
I know, Mrs. Sherwood. I've often wondered that myself. But all you have to do is to look at the rock-bottom figures on the price tag on this big Buick two-door, six-passenger sedan. Just stack this price against that on other cars you might consider. And remember, it includes standard equipment charged for as extras by others. It also includes delivery in the very city in which your TV station is located. You certainly can't beat Buick bargains.
More than that, Mr. Hayworth, I was amazed at the high trade-in allowances Buick dealers are now offering. They're just about tops, I found.
And that's mighty important, Mrs. Sherwood. When you subtract the top allowance for your present car from this low price, you sure got yourself a money-saving bargain.
But definitely. And I do hope you folks out there will check this with your Buick dealers. this week for sure.
That's right, folks. You couldn't pick a better time to see him.
For I know that very soon I'll go on my honeymoon, my Buick, my love, and I.
Well, folks, it's nice to be back. It really is. And while I'm sure you've been seeing lots of Buicks on the highways this summer, I'd like to show you one on your screen tonight forever. And here it is, the most exciting, eye-catching example of Buick's striking new styling, the panoramic windshield. Even in a year when everything about a Buick is new, this basic change in windshield design still stands as Buick's greatest departure from the past. To appreciate this, folks, please realize that in the whole history of automobile design, there have been only 2 other changes in windshields. The first cars had no windshields, you know, so first they put them on as an extra, straight up and down, just like you see right here. Then, about 20 years ago, came the second change, and they introduced slanted windshields like this. You'll notice that on this one, the side pillars or corner posts sloped forward like this, which obviously reduced visibility. Now, they stayed with this design for about, 20 years. And they stayed with this one for about 20 years. And just as the old straight up and down style gave way to the slanting windshield, that's this one over here. Well, this one is going to give way to this one as fast as the rest of the automobile industry can make the change. So take a look at the style of tomorrow, which you can get on a Buick today. And what does that mean to you? It means that this 1954 Buick will be in style next year and for years to come. And you can get this styling in the future on this Buick Special, the lowest priced car in the market with a panoramic windshield. In fact, this Buick Special 2-door, 6-passenger sedan is a beautiful buy, a tremendous value for a flock of reasons. There's the brilliant, performing, brand-new V8 engine. There's Buick big car room. There's real luxury-laden comfort in its deep, soft seats, upholstered, mind you, in nylon. And, of course, this Special, like all Buicks, gives you the famed $1 million ride. Actually, it's a little hard to believe that you can get so much for the low price that you'll find right here. Yes, folks, when you take a look at this tag, be prepared for a pleasant surprise. You'll find the price on this Special, and I mean the local delivered price, excluding optional equipment and local taxes, if any, but including delivery to your TV station city. You'll find this price actually lower than some models of the so-called low price. I ask you, friends, with values like these, is it any wonder that Buick moved into third place or that Buick strengthens its new standing each month? But try this Buick yourself. Thrill to its wide-view panoramic windshield. Sample great performance. And ask your Buick dealer about the big 3-way bonus you get by buying a Buick right now. See him tomorrow.
That's a new motoramic Chevrolet. Best thing on wheels, as far as I'm concerned. Of course, I may be prejudiced. I work here on the Chevrolet assembly line. I put the finishing touches on these cars. Then they're headed straight for America's driveways. Look mighty good there, too. Say, reminds me. The other day I met an old friend. Now, Charlie, that's my friend's name. He usually never talks much about cars. But ever since he drove my new Chevrolet, oh boy, Charlie talks just like one of our own engineers. New Turbofire V8's terrific. Can't beat that glide ride front suspension. And you know something? Charlie's 100% right. All right, just look at the way the new Chevrolet rides and handles. Like I say, I may be prejudiced. Get a hold of a motoramic Chevrolet and drive it yourself.
My darling, years ago I promised that if you married me, I'd give you the moon and the stars. But I found the moon is a little out of my reach. Look out the window, darling. It's yours. The most beautiful car on the road, a new DeSoto. I know you've admired it many times, and you have wonderful taste. I know you like that new color sweep, as they call it, and the low, sleek look, and the big, wide, wonderful windshield. It's a beautiful car, not huge and overpowering, but fine and eager and smart. It suits you. And wait till you drive it, darling. It drives like a dream. It's so simple, So easy to handle. And what a wonderful response. That DeSoto takes off like a bird. Now you own a car you'll be proud to drive anywhere. Darling, here's one of the stars I promised you. Your new DeSoto.
Every woman would love to have a new DeSoto, the smartest of the smart cars. Drive a DeSoto before you decide. Come inside the most luxurious, stylish interiors in an automobile today. Inside the sparkling new 1955 DeSoto. Here's beauty and comfort at the height of fashion. DeSoto this year makes use of glamorous nylon, glistening metallic thread fibers, the softest shoemaker's leathers, weaves and patterns that spell style and luxury. Smooth, gleaming chrome sets off the interiors. Interiors, incidentally, available in over 24 color combinations. Here's the ultra-smart double cockpit effect of the brand new DeSoto instrument panel, in a class by itself for beauty. And set right on the instrument panel, the new flight control lever. Yes, inside or out, the new 1955 DeSoto will catch your eye with its up-to-the-second style and beauty. See it at your DeSoto Plymouth dealers now. DeSoto, style for tomorrow. Well, here we are, and there's the car. The key word this year, Groucho, is style. Sleek, taut, modern style. This new DeSoto is mighty fast-looking, eager and new and different. Designers talk about its taut, surging feel and look of power. But to you and me, it just looks like it wants to get out and travel. This is the smartest DeSoto we have ever built. Longer, lower, and comfortably wider. Added inches give the car a long, slim, modern style that's new and different on the American scene. Take a look at the new, smooth slope of the low hood. The big, graceful new grille. Headlights, bumpers. Perfect examples of modern, smart style. Huge glass areas, front and rear. Of course, this year again, DeSoto offers you your choice of all full power assist features. And hang on. This year, for the first time, DeSoto offers you two great V8 models. The mighty Fire Dome V8, now raised to a full 185 horsepower and at a completely new low price. And the super-powered Fireflyte V8, 200 horsepower worth of flashing automobile. Fire Dome or Fireflyte, DeSoto's really got it this year. See the 1955 DeSoto tomorrow at your DeSoto Plymouth dealer.
You know, they say that a salesman should never knock his product. But the Dodge people know that one of the best ways to convince folks about Dodge is to knock it, like this. That knuckle test is a quick, sure way to find out how really solid a car is. And let me tell you, they just don't come any more solid than the new Dodge. Here's a car that not only looks big and rugged, but is, all the way through. You know, wherever you look on a new Dodge, you see evidences of superior engineering, materials, and construction. Take the rear door, for example. You know, of all the new cars, only Dodge has gone to the trouble of designing a full rear door without any cutout here. That means not only added convenience getting in and out, but also tighter door closing and the safety of added body strength. Believe me, it's as solid as it sounds. And Dodge gives you solid engine performance, too. Not only for a fast getaway at the lights, but for lasting year-in, year-out dependability. That's why Dodge in its class achieved the almost incredible feat of taking first, second, third, and fourth places in the toughest stock car race ever held, the 1,900-mile Pan American Road Race. And Dodge staying power is further proved by winning more AAA performance records than any other stock engine ever built. Now, of course, there are many down-to-earth reasons for buying a Dodge this year. The all-new Dodge look, the fact that Dodge is the longest, largest, and yet lowest price car in its field, and the fact that your Dodge dealer is now offering unprecedented trade-in values. But as always, the most important reason for choosing Dodge is its complete dependability, proved in over 41 years of superior service. So, help yourself to the solid satisfaction of a new Dodge, the car that's built to last, not just to get by.
And now a word from our alternate sponsor, your dependable Dodge dealer.
Ah!
No need to shift that gear.
No clutch to fight.
A bully dear. It's automatic Powerflyte.
Go Dodge.
Go Dodge. Take command. Get the thrill firsthand. 55's the year. To drive.
A Dodge.
A Dodge. Wow! Look at it go. With full-time power steering. Hey, a bully day. A thing that takes you all the way. Go Dodge.
Go Dodge.
Take command. Get the thrill firsthand. Now's the time to buy and drive.
A Dodge.
A Dodge. Wow! Look at it go. That swept-back windshield takes your eye. A bully die. Nothing ever road and sky.
Go Dodge.
Go Dodge. Take command. Get the thrill firsthand. 55's the year. To drive.
A Dodge.
A Dodge. Boy, look at it go.
You can probably remember when superficial features used to be added to the basic shape of a car in an attempt to suggest a feeling of movement, such as this radiator ornament, for instance. Now, in the 1955 Ford, the feeling of motion has been built right into the basic shape of the car itself. Let me show you specifically what I mean. Notice how the line of the car flows from front to rear in an almost imperceptible curve, and how the front fenders, the reach of the visored headlights, and the drawn-out taillights extend this smooth, unbroken line. The lowered hood and the sweep of the all-round windshield blend into this line perfectly, adding to the lively feeling of motion in the overall appearance of this car. Now, when the design of a car expresses its function forcefully and imaginatively, of course we derive more pleasure from owning and using it.
The imaginative styling of the 1955 Ford is also evident in Ford's exciting new use of chrome and stainless steel trim, in Ford's fresh new colors and smart modern interiors. You're invited to come in and see the beautiful new 1955 Fords now at your Ford dealers.
What is the first thing a smart horse buyer does? Just this. Sure, he knows it's more than appearances that count with a horse. And if you're wise, you'll do the same thing when it comes to buying a truck. Yes, sir, you look under the hood. Because here is where truck buying begins. Look for the one big advance that is revolutionizing engine performance and gas savings. Look for modern short-stroke design. And for 1955, only Ford, the largest builder of V8 engines, makes a short-stroke V8 for every truck size, from pickups to 60,000-pound big jobs. As you see here, modern short-stroke engine design means that the stroke is shorter than the bore. This reduces piston travel and piston speed. Piston rings last as much as 53% longer, and you get longer engine life. You also get more power, more punch, and save up to 1 gallon in 7. To make sure that your next truck has this totally new type of engine, look under the hood. Look for a Ford short-stroke engine V8 or 6 in a moneymaker. A new Ford triple economy truck for 1955. They're at your Ford dealers right now.
It's here at the miracle of the 1955 General Motors Motorama. Go on, enjoy yourselves. Look around at the new dream cars built to test new ideas and your reactions to them. The way you look at this LaSalle Second will help build tomorrow's cars. Perhaps you dream about a low, sleek car like the Biscayne. The way you look at it can put some of its features on cars of the future. A gown of wide multitone stripes by Sophie of Saks Fifth Avenue seems to go hand in glove with its contoured styling. The flair of a sports car may excite you, so you might go for the Stratostar. And there's room for the family to share the excitement in this 6-passenger hardtop. Its fresh appeal inspired this strapless gown of white satin top and a skirt of silvery gray gauze. Maybe you look ahead to a dream car like the Delta, with new things like its brushed aluminum roof and its dual fuel tanks. If driving in the open stirs your imagination, the Wildcat Third is for you. Its bold, clean lines point jauntily to the future. The perfect complement is this white satin striped organza with a garden print of flowers. The Eldorado Chrome is completely functional, but presents a wide departure from conventional styling and construction for your approval. In complete harmony is the stem, slim sheath, and matching coat of white silk satin. The new higher compression V8 engines intrigue all the Bobs with their promise of increased performance and greater economy. Last year, we looked at you looking at a dream hardtop. You liked it, and here is the production model, a 4-door with no center column. And because last year you endorsed it so heartily, all this year's cars have another pioneering achievement, the distinctive panoramic windshield. You approved of the years ahead station wagon styling with narrow slanting pillars and imaginative use of glass that led to the Nomad and the Safari, 2 of this year's production cars. Your ideas helped fashion the glamorous new color combination.
Well, that was all very clear if you're a duck, but here's what Donald was trying to teach the boys. See these 2 pairs of springs? These are longer and wider than these shorter, stiffer springs. Now, everybody knows that a longer, wider spring like this has a much softer, smoother action than the short springs that you find on most cars. But not on Hudson's. No, sir. Hudson cars are built with these exclusive deep coil springs to give you a ride that's 3 times softer and smoother. They're safer, too. Here's why. These deep coil springs are placed above the center of gravity. In most cars, the short springs are below the center of gravity. It's easy to see the Hudson with its deep coil springs is much more stable on turns and curves. There's little or no uncomfortable swing and sway in a Hudson. Here's another thing you'll like about the brand new Hudson Hornet. You have your choice of the latest, greatest of the V8 engines, the Hudson Hornet V8 or the famous National Championship 6. American Motors has really rolled out the red carpet with the completely new Hornets and Wasps. See them.
Drive them at your Hudson dealers now.
A dream is a wish your heart made. When you see a star, a Nash is a star of car made. It outshines all others by far.
Now come with Nash into a new motoring age. See the brightest new star of all, Nash for 55, with completely new trend-setting style inspired by the magnificent Nash Healy, Europe's finest.
Only the beginning, folks. Just look inside.
Here's the biggest room on the road with the widest front seat of any car and intriguing high-fashion styling. Here are reclining seats for the world's most restful ride. There are even twin travel beds to nap the children on long trips. Yes, for 55, vision unlimited through a new Cenoramic windshield, widest of any car. Look into a new motoring world from behind the wheel of a new Nash Ambassador or Statesman. Drive Nash for 55 at your Nash dealers tomorrow.
If you keep on believing, the dream that you wish will come true. You love Nash for 55 or my name isn't Jiminy Cricket.
Announces a new fine car series, the new Packard Executive. Here is a car with a special invitation to people of taste to enter the luxury car class, to own a fine car with a proud name, yet at a cost just above medium price lines. The Packard Executive is truly distinctive in its styling. Rich luxury appointments mark its interiors. Here, too, is riding perfection. Packard's exclusive torsion level ride. In the Packard Executive, you get famous twin automatic drive as standard equipment, and many other exclusive Packard engineering advances. Yes, the new Packard Executive is an invitation for you to enter the luxury car class now at a modest investment. See and drive the new Packard Executive today.
Watch, for here is sheer magic. For now, the completely all-new Plymouth comes to life. It's longer, more than 10 inches longer. It's lower, it's wider, it's bigger. Here, for the first time, it's a truly big luxury car in the lowest price field. Never before had so much beauty, so much styling, so much motor car been offered to so many for so little. Everybody wants a car with clean, sweeping lines, styled with imagination and good taste. This is it, a new idea of advanced styling. For example, that bigger, truly wide-angle windshield is wrapped around at the top as well as at the bottom. As a result, those strong, slenderized pillars are moved way back for unobstructed vision and cleaner styling. And that same beautiful advanced new styling is carried into a whole new concept of interior color harmony. Everywhere inside this modern beauty, you see the new idea at work. Here are new and luxurious upholstery fabrics in a wide selection of weaves and color harmonies. Smart new vinyl trim, gleaming, smartly styled hardware, all adding up to a car whose beauty and quality are more than just certainty. Notice how complete this color harmony is. Headlining, upholstery, carpeting. Everything is color keyed to blend perfectly, to give this all-new car a satisfying appearance of stunning beauty. Up front, there's more roomy luxury, more eye-catching distinction, more comfort, more convenience than ever before. Yes, this is the car. This is the styling that makes Plymouth the one car designed for the young in heart.
Now you can say goodbye to sweltering hot cars, to choking dust and exhaust, to shivering in zero cold. With all-season air conditioning, you simply turn one knob to ride cool in summer, warm in winter, and enjoy filtered fresh air in any weather all year round. Own a spectacular new Rambler with complete year-round air conditioning. It's the lowest-priced air-conditioned car in America. Yes, low-cost all-season air conditioning is the right kind for you, and you're so right to choose the 55 Rambler Cross Country, now at all Nash dealers, with all the glamour of a luxurious family sedan, plus the utility of a rugged station wagon. Another reason why American Motors means more for America.